had a change of perception. He once again fired his 5 neurons and made a video debunking the main points in his videos and said they faked their supposed kidnapping.
This next piece of evidence as to why they're kidnapped is very, very weird though. Just take a look at this. In this video right here, the mom and the daughter are unboxing a box or whatever. We don't need to focus on that because look at the background. Once again, we have the camera right here still looking at them, but there's a sign that says, "Warning, you may not leave." Who puts a sign saying, "Warning, you may not leave," in their daughter's bed? A lot of people think that this is proof that they're kidnapped, like they think a kidnapper put this in her room to remind her she can't leave and put a camera in her room to always keep eyes on her. But if we're being honest, why would you put a sign? So let's just think about this. Let's say you like this is hypothetical. Let's say you kidnap somebody. Would you put a sign in their room saying, "Warning, you may not leave"? No, you wouldn't put a sign in their room, especially if they had a YouTube channel. Like let's say you kidnapped PewDiePie or something and you know he had a YouTube channel. Would you put a sign in his room to where people can find out that he's kidnapped through his YouTube videos? No, you wouldn't do that. You would tell him, "Hey, you can't leave. I kidnapped you."
I'm done with this motherfucker. Why didn't you thought of it sooner? Which proves my point that he just throws these theories without even caring if they're true or not. In previous videos, he talks about this, which doesn't even mean anything, and he's pointing out like it's something so profound and groundbreaking that he screamed it on the rooftops.
So obviously this video is taking place in this girl's room. This is obviously a little girl's room. There's a bunch of plushies and everything. But the weirdest thing in the background is this sign right here. This sign says, "Warning, you may not leave." Okay, let's be logical here. If you were to go kidnap someone, I'm not saying I would, I'm not saying you would, but let's just think in the mind of a kidnapper, if you would kidnap somebody, why would you leave a sign in view of their YouTube channel? If you're forcing them to make YouTube videos, why would you make it obvious that they're kidnapped?
Wow, really? A sign saying you may not leave the premises doesn't prohibit you from doing the act? I didn't know that, DJ. It's almost like you're throwing baseless accusations as if it's fact. This is ridiculous. Now, he goes over the makeup theory where they, or she, I don't even know anymore, wear makeup to hide their bruises. Now, I talked about this earlier. If we go to these videos titled "No Makeup" and Bebop wanted to do this, we can see that she doesn't have makeup and we can see that she doesn't have any bruises. And guess what? She looks genuinely happy. Also, since she's going outside and becoming social more, she seems pretty comfortable in the recent videos of them going outside. It looks like she's getting the hang of it, like she's now getting used at going out in public and being more social. In Thomas and Orca Nails, we can see her not inside her home and looks genuine and comfortable. Now, this is where he gets to his own theories. Finally, he's going out of his habitable zone and doesn't rely on comments with this one. And I'ma just let Digital lay his theories.
For some reason, people saw this video and assumed that they were kidnapped, and I think that this Bebop and BB channel was like, "Oh, this video blew up. We got 44 million views, probably like a couple $1,000s from this video in money." So they decided to run with that. They decided that in every single video after this, they would stop answering comments to make people think that they were actually kidnapped. They decided that they would start adding cameras in the background to extend the fact that people think that they're kidnapped. They even decided to put a sign in this little girl's room that says, "Warning, you may not leave." I honestly think that they realize that there's a ton of little kids out there who are saying, "Oh my God, they're kidnapped, they're kidnapped, they're kidnapped." And they realize that this is an easy way to get views, likes, and comments if they act like they're kidnapped, but don't say anything about it. So that's exactly what they did. They started making weird videos with cameras in the background and they stopped going outside. They stopped making videos of them going outside to further extend that, "Oh my God, they're kidnapped." They knew that they could get a ton of views. Also, the fact that they never reply to anybody, the fact that everybody says, "Are you kidnapped? Are you kidnapped? Are you kidnapped?" and they never ever answer just proves my point even more. I think that they know if they reply to a comment and say, "No, we aren't kidnapped. We aren't Ava and Grace Baldwin. Like, we are not associated with that mom and daughter that went missing." If they come out, they know that everybody's gonna forget about them. The main audience of people who watch this content, the main audience of people who watch Bebop and BB aren't people who really care about their nice dancing moves and their nice, makeup. If they come out and say, "No, we aren't kidnapped," I think they'll lose a lot of their fans, and I think they know that. That's why they're playing along with it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like all these little kids who believe that they're kidnapped are dumb, because I myself have made multiple videos saying that I think they're kidnapped, but with enough time to think and really sift through this case, I can honestly say that I think they lied about all of this. On this website where it talks about like the Ava Baldwin girl that went missing and her mom, they actually mentioned that, you know, she's supposed to be 13 years old and stuff like that. And they even mention that the Bebop and BB channel is full of controversial theories. Many people on the internet claim that Bebop and BB on TikTok and on YouTube are the mom and the daughter. There could be some police who end up finding out about this Bebop and BB channel and really figuring out if this is actually them. The only thing that's holding me back from saying that this is a complete lie is the fact that this little girl and her mom look so similar. Like, I don't know. It seems like they're lying, but hey, we never know. Let me know what you think. Do you think that they lied about all this? Do you think that this is all fake? Or do you think that this is actually them and they have been missing? Let me know. I'm gonna be reading all the comments. Let me know your theories. Peace out.
Oh my god.
You get worse every second, DJ, don't you think?
Unique skill sets. So let's compare HG and max mode on each of these skill sets and see which one is harder overall. I'd say that for each max mode, precision, speed, keyboard usage, nerve control, brain power, and RNG patience.
All right, hold on. Let me rank on which one wins both. So, okay, so for precision, I'm going to say that that's going to be a hopeless greed W. I'm going to say for nerve control, that's going to be a hopeless greed W. I'm going to say for speed may be max mode. Brain power, that's going to be hopeless greed. Keyboard, that's going to be hopeless greed. RNG patience, that's going to be hopeless greed. I don't know, let's see. Your parents are going to die, you know? But anyway, similar topic, but sort of different, because it's like an acceptance, but like a long-term acceptance of like, you know, sort of mentally preparing yourself through years. But yeah. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, just, I have experienced loss and it's pretty tough. Yeah, having some friends die that were very young is crazy. Like having two pretty close friends that died that one was in their teens. Well, yeah, one was in their teens and one was like earliest 20s. Like I mean, my friend with cancer, I guess, died when they were 22, I think. 21? I don't remember. But yeah. Yeah, it's strange, man. You just never know when your day is your last.